Friday night, leaving now. Liquor up, it's going down. Back on back, watch.
Welcome back, guys. Nick up here at Maple Motors in Hendersonville, Tennessee, and today we're going for a test drive in a 1955 Bel Air. This one here has, I believe, to be 454 up under the hood, an aluminum radiator. Doesn't look like it has power steering. Does have power brakes. Looks like a Holly carb up under there. And what we're going to do is take it down the road, see how she runs and drive. This is a 4-speed car. Any flaws I see, I will let you know. This one's got dual exhaust out the back. Check out the detailed pictures at maplemotors.com. It'll show undercarriage shots, interior shots, any chips, scratches that may be on the car will be on the detailed pictures at maplemotors.com. So go there. I have financing, I have shipping. And let's set the hood down. Make sure she's good and tight. It's about that time. Let's go for a ride. Before we take off, we'll look around at the interior. Kind of check everything out. Place your bets. Do you think the horn works? It's a game we like to play on this channel. I'm going to cross the dash. Pretty clean. Carpet in this one's a bit faded. Your kick panel down there is a little bit messed up. And you've got some switches up under the dash we're going to be checking out. Let's go ahead and just turn the key on and see if we can hear anything from them. I don't hear anything from them. But we'll figure them out as we're going. Let's go ahead and get her started. Gas gauge is about half a tank. It looks like we're going 100 miles an hour right now because the gauge is stuck on there. Your temperature gauge down here is creeping its way up and the oil pressure is up to almost 50. Let's try the fan. It is not cutting on. Radio. We have another radio in the office, should work. Looking around on the interior. Back seat's in good shape. Package tray looks good. Got a nice little scratch on that back window there. We'll be going over that kind of stuff once we get back. This thing's definitely got a nice cam in it. Let's try that horn. It does work. There's a little crack here. I'm glad I didn't push too hard on that because that probably would have broke off. As soon as I pushed on it, I felt it starting to bend. But it does work. All right, guys. Let's hit the road, see how she runs and drives. Right before we leave, I went ahead and checked these switches. I'm not 100% sure what this one does yet, but I'll keep rolling. This one here is the reverse lights. So when you cut that on, the old school guys will know about this. Reverse lights cut on, saying you're ready to race. All right. On the other side of the dash is your ignition. So that has to be on or the car won't start. This one, I'm not sure. Trunk pop. Cool. Got a trunk button. Is there a trunk monkey? Pretty nice. We'll be getting back and checking that out when we get back too. All right. Now let's hit the road. Anything I see, I will let you know. That's why I do these videos. That left switch over here turns the interior light off and on. Just figured it out. Cool. All right, let's roll. Clutch is letting out pretty instant. A little bit of a stutter from the car, but I can actually hear it popping through the exhaust. When you get on it, it kind of clears out. Getting that fuel ran through there. Looked like an older Holly, and I can kind of feel it hesitating as we're riding right now. When I let go of the steering wheel, this car pulls to the left. definitely low geared because I took off in third there. Taking off in first. Feel that hesitation in the carburetor. Getting in the throttle though, it goes away. Tach's working on the dash. Looks like engine temperature's up to 180. Brakes on this one are sensitive and they stop fast. As soon as you get into gas, it starts clearing up and that little bit of the hesitation goes away. This thing needs some miles put on it. Watching out for that big old hole in the ground there. Suspension, that was a big old dip back there. It's not too bad. Other than that, it's pretty smooth. What we're going to do now is get some undercarriage shots. And I'm going to drive by the camera a few times, get some outside footage. And we're going to have a little fun with it. Look below in the description at the stuff that I use to make these videos. I got a new Osmos DJI camera that I'm using right here. I'm going to put it below as well with all that information. All right, guys, let's do this. Okay, so y'all look pretty good on there. It's a good view, right? All right, now we're going to take off. I have literally been circling around this parking lot and getting all these shots and everything for at least 30-45 minutes. Engine temperature has not gotten over 200. It's at 195 right now. Oil pressure is at 30. Of course, when I rev it, 45, almost 50. Still got a little bit of that rough idle to it, but it needs to be driven, so. So we're gonna drive it. How about that? We got a school zone up here. What I'm gonna do is do the long route. We're gonna cut through the back roads, see how she drives through the neighborhoods. suspension's nice and smooth. Definitely a little bit of slack in the steering there. Turns there and it turns there. Definitely got a little bit. But usually, when you don't have power steering, you're gonna have a little bit of slack, so. That hesitation is almost completely gone. I'm barely touching the gas. Check it out. The more you drive it, the better it gets. It'd almost be worth going around the block again. Alright. So once we get back to the lot, I'm going to do the outside walk around, point out chips, scratches, and flaws. Be sure to check to the end of the video and look at the detailed pictures that we provide. We do that for a reason, so that we don't miss anything. I was hoping we could find somebody to race. I could flip on the reverse lights. Engine temperature is actually down a bit since when we were circling the parking lot. It kind of got up to about 195. Now it's down at 190. So it's cooling good. About time for a little powerhouse, ain't it? That's what I'm thinking. I don't see nobody to get me in trouble here. Let's see what we got. Ready? Smooth. Low gears in this one. So this Osmos camera, I really like it. The only thing I don't like is I can't do the widescreen, which would have caught, you know, the shifting and all the action going on in the car there. Engine temperature is down 185. She's definitely cooling good. Don't you turn on my street. There we go. You feel the car kind of lunge forward from these low gears. So yeah, we're right around the corner. When I get back to the lot there, I'm gonna do the walk around looking at chips and scratches and flaws. And I may even take this car out for lunch just to make sure she's good and cleared out, because that carburetor was acting funky when we first started, but now she's good to go. All right, we'll get us one more run down this road here. And that's nowhere near floored or anything. That's about half throttle, just kind of cruising down the road, winding her out a little bit. Now let's go ahead and get back to the lot. But let's do this picking out the flaws portion of the video. That was a good test drive. Definitely enjoyed this. All right, guys, let's do it. All right, back at the lot. Gonna walk around, look for chip scratches, any kind of flaws I can find. We got the trunk open, the hood popped. That way I'm not messing around, bumping the camera into anything. And give me some feedback. What do you think about the Osmos camera compared to the GoPro? This is Osmos right here. And of course I've got GoPros and I'll continue to use both. Let's get started. So right up in the front here, I'm gonna go around the lower portions. We're definitely gonna start with the front bumper. This front bumper is in pretty good shape. It's got a little bit of age to it. You can see, not really scratched up, but you definitely tell it's a little bit older. It's got a beautiful, like orangish metallic paint job. The grill's got a little bit of rust popping up. Can be easily cleaned up. The tires on this one are in good shape. Up and over the fender. Down this lower portion here. All the chrome looks pretty good down the side so far. Bottoms of the door look solid. All the panels down here are looking pretty solid too. Coming back this midsection. A couple little chips inside your trim there. Not really any chips or scratches yet. I missed that one right there, I think. Or is that even a chip? I think that's going to be one. Coming back towards the upper fender. Got a bubble in the paint right here. It's not really flexing or dipping in though, but it's definitely there. Front windshield looks pretty good. I don't see any chips. Chrome trim looks good around it. Mirror's not in bad shape here. Got a little bit of age on your glass right on your vent window. Door handles fairly clean. Big old scratch right here on the window. It's got the, it's almost like a pearl white on top here. I don't know the exact color, but it definitely has a pearl and a metallic finish. It looks good. You can see it on the trunk too. Maybe I can get a better view of that. Reflection of the sun. Coming up on the back here, dual exhaust. Pretty chrome bumper. Got a crack right here in your jamb. Couple chips. The seal around the trunk is fairly new. It's been replaced. The glue is a little bit crusty looking, but I use black silicone when I do that. I've seen this glue used a lot. It's almost like Gorilla Glue or something. I'm not 100% sure, but got some chips around the edge of your hood. Spare tire. I've even seen old school. I mean, where do you get these things? That is so old school right there. But that's pretty cool. I feel like my grandfather used to use these in his old bikes and stuff. You got that. Looks like they left extra belts, some extra parts. What's that? Main sending unit. A few hoses. It's nice having extra parts. What do they got? Training fluid probably as well. We'll leave all that in there. We usually don't need all that stuff. We just kind of leave all that stuff in the car. So. Got some stickers too. They're free. Package tray. Not too bad. What'd they do? They glued it all down. Now we'll pull it up just a little. They use that same glue that they put the weather stripping on. But so far it looks pretty solid. I'm not going to rip it all up, mess it up, because it actually looks pretty good. Look at the detailed pictures of the undercarriage. Let's go ahead and shut this trunk. Did it shut? No. So they did away with the lock here. There we go. You got to firmly shut it. And it does have a cleaner look. The paint on this thing is in great shape. Coming down this side, look at her glow. You got some chips popping up right here. A couple little spots in the paint there. Tires are in good shape. You got a lot of chipping going on in your trim. Got a scuff right there. That should come off. A couple chips down here. That's usually from people getting in and out. Probably the same thing with the scuff. Get your shoes hitting it. It's just part of it. That's what happens when you use one of these cars. You're bound to get chips and scratches. That's one thing that we like here. We sell stuff that does have chips and scratches. We don't like perfect cars. I want something I can drive to Walmart, if that makes any sense to you. There's a chip right there. It also keeps the price down quite considerably if it's got a few flaws. Got a little bit of pitting, showing some age on your mirrors there. Okay, so next step, we're going to get her started up. I want to look at the interior. Before we do that, kind of glance around in there one more time. We'll check up under this hood, which looks awesome. It's got a scratch right there, but it looks solid all the way around. So let's go ahead and jump in here, look around this interior one more time, and we'll call it for this video. So we open the door here. Bottom of the door hasn't been kicked or beat up. Looks pretty good. You can definitely tell that's been redone. Got a nice little scratch right there. How about we check the jams? You can see the weather stripping, showing a little age, but it's still soft and it should be working as it was meant to. Got some chips down here. That was what I was pointing out on the outside. And at the bottom of the door here, your carpet is in good shape. No big wear holes or anything like that. Just a little dirt from me driving it. Edge of the seat, that's the only little flaw that I see on the whole seat, really. And it's not even a hole. It's just a wear spot. That looks pretty good. Around in your back seat. Package tray, headliner is got it going on in this one. It looks good. A little bit of wear over on the passenger side there. Your visor's got a little bit of wear too, you can see on the edges. Looking at your dash. And then of course this is broke right here, so don't push on the top part like I did and try to break it even more, because on both sides there it's bent up. But the horn works. So let's go ahead, start her up. Give her a little gas there. A little bit of a squeaky belt. Got a chip up here. Come on down with this hood. Trim looks good. Got a little spot right there. Hood shut. Lines up good too. Really like his color. Definitely an orange guy, especially this kind of color. That was one thing that I was wanting to go buy, is one of those Camaros in this color. But definitely enjoyed this test drive too. If you did, hit subscribe, share, and hit like, and I'll keep them coming your way. We got a ton of cars over there we're getting ready this week for you. So be sure to check on Monday, and you can see them all first. We have financing. You can get pre-approved and then go ahead and, as soon as Monday hits, be one of the first people to pick up one of these cars. That's how people are getting these cars so fast. They either come in with cash or they're pre-approved through one of the finance companies. They can also do it through their bank. I'm sure y'all have noticed on Mondays we'll post about 10, and then by Tuesday or Wednesday we've only got 2 or 3 left. That's okay with me. I'm gonna keep being honest, telling you everything about these cars. Give me a call, we'll talk to you. We are family, 40 years in business here. There's only one way to do business, and that's being honest. So go to maplemotors.com, look at the detailed pictures. He's going to point out undercarriage flaws. He's going to point out all the chips and stuff as well. So you get a double take. 2 different people. I appreciate you watching. And thanks again, guys. I'll see you later.